What we're going to look at here is how to publish a hazard warning area. This function is an add-on module to the normal program and therefore has to be acquired separately. So if you're interested, then like I said, this isn't a standard function that you would get on the standard C. This is a module that you need to ask for. This particular version of the software, this is the UK version known as Braces. This has this add-on function or module in it, so I'm just going to demonstrate using this piece of software. It's exactly the same as CBRN-Analysis, except obviously it does have additional functionality that are particular to what the UK military forces have asked for. So there are two different things you can do. You can do a situational awareness picture called a CURSIT, so current situational picture, and that can be like a snapshot. So there is the ability added onto the toolbar to publish the situational picture. That would just take a snapshot and turn it into a GeoTIFF or a JPEG or maybe a screen print, which then can be added to a information report and then sent up the chain of command through whatever communication systems are available at the time. This is obviously if someone needs to see what's happening physically in the area of responsibility but doesn't have a CBRN-Analysis system available and just wants to have like I said, a screen capture of what's going on. The other way of doing it is to look at the incident-based hazard areas, and these can be published as KML or in this case as a UK messaging format as well, and that's because again with this module you need to have a host interface requirement, so it does need to have the ability to link in possibly with a command and control system. So what we basically can do then is take any one of the hazard templates that we have on the map and then transmit that information so that it's then displayed as a situational awareness picture onto the command and control system itself, so that everyone can see exactly where it is and what's going on. And this is the demonstration that we'll physically do onto this system at the moment. Okay, so very simply how it's done is we can go to either a CBRN or 3 or a CBRN 5, so we'll just take the shortcut here. It's up on one of the shortcut bars. We'll click onto that. That then will take us into the CBRN 3. Like I said, we can either take 3s or 5s. I've got no 5s in, so I'm going to take a 3, and I'm going to take this particular template here, which is physically shown on the map. So I'll just go back to let you see that. So we are looking at this template here, and we want to send that to the command and control system. Like I said, publish it. So let's go back to the CBRN 3. That one's particularly highlighted, and it's just a very simple case of right-clicking and asking to publish the hazard area, which is, like I said, an additional function that would be added in if you took this module. Click onto there, it will come up, say which format do you want it to be sent in. KML, which is a standard type format, and obviously we have the command and control system format, which is made out for the UK military forces. So we're going to take this one, and we're then going to click onto next. It then places that information into an information report, and up here we can title that subject whatever we want. In fact, let's just change that. We'll call it hazard template. The incident serial number is already indicated in what it is, and the date time group that it has been set to. So you can see this is working in the past because this exercise is actually set in the past. It isn't right here and now. And then all we need to do is go OK. It will then come up and say who do you want to send this overlay to, and obviously it would be set up so that it could be physically sent to the command and control system. Okay, and you can set the priorities if required. Okay, so let's just open that up, and what I'll actually do, because like I said it is KML, we can physically, I'm dragging it off, you can't see it onto my desktop, so it's now on the desktop, so then I'll just cancel that, no, and I'll just cancel, there we go. So I have that KML file. Okay, I would drag it on so that you could see it, but obviously it's not going to allow to see it. So how can I show that KML file to you? Well, actually Google Earth has that ability. So here's Google Earth. If I take that KML file, pick it up off the desktop, and then I'll add it into temporary places. There it is there, and then Google Earth will zoom in and then display that template. So there we go. There is the template now physically on Google Earth as a KML file. And we can do whatever we need to do and have a look at it. So that is how to publish a hazard warning area using a KML file and placing it into a third-party application. Obviously, in reality, what would you do in a military application? It would go to a command and control system, but in this case, the third-party application happens to be Google Earth Pro. And that's it for this module.